Slime Rancher 2, a game about using your farming skills, and by farming skills I mean ability to hold wild animals against their own will for your own monetary gain, to build an empire of slimes that you can feed, breed, and incinerate. I tried surviving 100 days in this fictional world, and here's how I did it. But hold on, speaking of monetary gain, memberships are now live on my channel, so you, like the slimes, can become one of my minions. No, but in all seriousness, I finally figured out how to set the memberships up for my channel, so if you feel like supporting me, that is one way to do it. It is absolutely not necessary, but much appreciated. And hey, you get some cool perks with it. With that out of the way, here's how I survived 100 days in Slime Rancher 2.
We don't need intros. Okay, I guess we do, because it won't let me skip it. That's cool.
I spawned in and immediately kidnapped my first pink slimes.
You're mine. You're mine. You're mine.
And made some money.
Profit.
I put them in a cage and immediately set out to explore. I got some carrots and more pink slimes. Then I came across some cotton slimes.
Rabbit.
With all these new slimes, I went back to my farm and trapped them all in a cage, which they will never be able to leave.
Make sure y'all are well fed. Pooping out things that'll make me money.
I set back out on an adventure and came across some chickens.
Cock-a-doodle-doo right into my gun. Thank you. Pet cat?
Then I returned with my new cat slimes.
Feed you these chickens. Oh, they're getting everywhere. They're escaping. Oh no. This was a mistake. Oh no.
After fixing the problem, I went to sleep. I then went back out and came across this really fat rabbit slime that I needed to feed to make it pop, but I didn't have enough, so I left. I then made a chicken coop before going to bed. Day 4, I basically just explored more and went to bed. Day 5, all I did was upgrade my garden. Day 6, I just fed my slimes. And then I sold all of the plorts, and after selling, I saw this cave where I could upgrade my gear.
There's a cave. Ooh.
Day 7, I did basically the same thing, but instead of selling it all, I upgraded my health and got a tank booster, then upgraded my stamina. Then I went out to feed the fat rabbit I saw earlier. This unlocked a new area, and although it was getting late, I just couldn't help but run around getting new things. When I got back, I made a new pen for the honey slimes and little firefly things to live happily ever after, trapped living within half of an inch from each other. Day 10, I incinerated my first slime.
Oh, you escaped. You're just so happen to be going the right way.
And then another. And another. They just weren't learning their lesson. If you try to escape, you die. It's pretty simple. I don't know what was so hard to understand.
Hello.
Day 11, in the morning, I went out again to explore some more. This is when I came across the fat pink slime and started feeding it. This unlocked another part of the map where I ran around endlessly. I found this fat firefly and fed it till it popped.
Oh, I got it. Let's go.
When I returned, I saw that everything was escaping. Then these little evil things started showing up, so I went to bed. Day 12, I did nothing but feed and sell. I just ran around exploring on day 13. Then I did the same thing on day 14, but when I got back, I made a discovery. What's better than being trapped in a cage forever, you might ask? Being trapped in a cage in a dark cave forever is the answer. I did some more exploring and came across a cave where I got some bat slimes and found a fat bat. I looked up what the bat needed to eat, and it was pomegranates. No, not those pomegranates, these. But I couldn't find them for the life of me until I looked it up and saw that I'd been walking past them this whole time. I then started growing some in my farm. Then I got some more slimes to trap in this cave forever. Then I decided I was tired of being poor, so for the next 4 days I did nothing but feed and sell. Don't believe me? Watch this. Now with my $60,000, guess what I did? Yup, explore. I was hoping to grow my army a bit. And speaking of growing my army, if you're liking the video, consider subscribing for more. YouTube told me to tell you this, so if it's YouTube saying it, that means you have to do it. No, I'm not joking. They have a creator tips thing, and one of them was to do this because people literally forget to subscribe. I ran around endlessly until I came across this fat honey slime, and I fed it everything I had. Then I got some pogo fruit. Surely this would do it, right? Right? No, I needed more. I don't know why this took so many, but it took 3 more trips of getting food to make it burst. The next day, I explored some more and came across this cool area with a massive butterfly slime that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know how to get nectar to feed it, and I came across this weird stone statue. But at night, the statue came alive, and yes, I found nectar, but I didn't realize it at the time. I fed this thing enough to make it explode, and it opened a portal that brought me back to my farm. In the morning, I went back to feed the butterfly slime. I looked it up, and I needed to wait till night for the nectar to spawn. And yes, I could have just slept till night, but did I do that? No. I sat and I waited. Then I got bored of sitting and waiting, so I ran around and waited instead. I then got bored of that, and finally gave in and just slept till night. I fed the slime, and it opened a hole in the ground. On day 25, I realized something. I only had one goal. This is where the "sort of" in the title of this video comes in. No, I didn't play 100 days. That was the plan originally, but now the plan was to make $100,000 as fast as possible. I got to 68,000 in the morning and realized something. This would be 100 times easier if I just upgraded my stuff, so I went out and got some jellystone and silky sand and upgraded the storage on my gun. Then I carried out my master plan, which was simply feed. I fed all of the slimes and then went to sleep. And then did it again in the morning, then again, and again. I did it so much that I was able to make this. However, that's not all. That's all the game could handle without crashing. There were still hundreds of plorts in each cage, and I didn't even touch the cave yet. I started selling everything and eventually realized I could do this. I eventually sold it all and made exactly $101,088. But that wasn't it. There was one thing I was missing. I had one more fat slime to feed, so I set out to do just that. I found it, it popped, and I sent all of its children to the bottom of the ocean.